Go ahead. What is the definition of, in your opinion, a high-value man and a high-value woman?
I think it's a great question. I think it's interesting answers. It feels a little bit to me like all of these are coming from like a single person's perspective. Like in a marriage.
You said a single person's perspective.
Because he's married.
This is why we have a married man here. Exactly. Go ahead.
So like, so when you've been married a long time, I don't want to hear my wife's nagging voice in the back of my mind.
Right.
So like that is related to value. You know, like if I'm constantly hearing, that's the opposite of support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
I also think that especially we've got 2 kids. I've got a 9-year-old son. I've got a 6-year-old daughter. I think when 2 people are willing to come together and reach a common goal, it doesn't matter if the toilet needs cleaned. I'm willing to clean the toilet. She's willing to clean the toilet. Yeah. I'm willing to cook the food. She's willing to cook the food because there's 2 people towards a common goal. So like these are all great points, but to put it on like one specific thing, like they need to be doing this thing, I think all that goes out the window when it's a team sport.
I disagree.
You know what I'm saying?
I disagree. I think a man has roles, and I think a woman has roles, especially in as far as conventional masculinity versus conventional femininity. There are things that women bring to the table that men generally can't or don't, and vice versa.
So let's take this perspective.
Well, hold on, I wasn't finished yet. There are certain things that women bring to the table, again, that men do not. So, yes, is it great for men to know how to cook? If something needs to be cooked, great. But in my household, I'm not cooking. I'm the breadwinner. I'm the leader. She's the follower. If something needs to get cooked, she's going to cook it. If the toilet needs to get cleaned, she's going to clean it. Yes, we are on the same team. But I'm a man and she's a woman, and we have different roles. I don't clean toilets. I don't vacuum the floor. I don't wash clothes. I make the money, and she does the rest.
But
that's
so
the way I do it.
are you saying that you want your girl cooking and cleaning toilets and cleaning the house? Is that
Absolutely, 100%.
Well, okay, so this
But
is
she
the
also
problem.
does other things, though.
Hold
She's
on,
like,
everybody.
Of course, but
Okay,
minimum.
let me get back to what your opinion is a high-value woman, and then I'm going to say something, and then we'll open it up. Go ahead. High-value
I
woman.
think back
you
to that
stressed
point.
out
What about a
already?
single dad? Is he not a
angry?
high-value man if he doesn't have a woman at the house to cook and he cooks for his son and he feeds his family? Is that not a high-value man?
Well, I didn't say a man who doesn't know how to cook is not a high-value man. That's a different situation. If there's a single dad and he has a son or a daughter, yes, he has to cook. But if there's a woman in the home, you better fucking believe she is going to do. Hold on, you better believe she is going to do the domestic chores. And if she can't or won't, she's out the door. That's just the way it is.
I think, Will, you're saying you and your wife prioritize the children's well-being as number one and the household's well-being is number one. Is that what you're trying? That's what I was trying to.
Yeah. It's a. I think
Taking
the
care of the
context
kids.
of those things. I think you're not wrong. Not that it's my opinion whether you are right or wrong. I think it's the team sport. Like we are actively trying to raise these children.
The children.
Speaking of team sports, the quarterback doesn't also play linebacker, right? Football is not an Iron Man sport. The wide receiver, every once in a while you have position players, and I know my sports fans out here, Taysom Hill is kind of the Swiss Army knife, but he is the exception to the rule. By and large, 11 guys on the football field have one specific job, and if they don't do that job well, the team just doesn't win. It's not this. I think what a lot of people really need to understand is that this is why relationships are in the shit right now, because everybody thinks it's plug and play. People think things are interchangeable. Yeah. Now, I agree. If you're a single man and you know how to cook, I think that's great. But if you have a woman in your life, she needs to be adding feminine value. Again, if I'm the breadwinner, if I'm the leader, I'm not going to do feminine activities if I have a woman in the home. That's just the way it is.
But I think I think the cleanliness of theory is no match for the mess of reality. I think if we're talking about a divorce rate of 70%, there's more single people cooking for kids than we're talking about.
You're absolutely right. Hold on. There's more single people cooking for kids, but there's no woman or man in the home with single parents. So again, I understand what you're saying, but you're talking about single parent homes. I'm talking about relationships. If you're a single parent, yes, do all you have to do. If you're a single father, you're like, well, I'm not going to clean a toilet because I'm a man. No, you do what you have to do. But if you have a woman, wife, or girlfriend in the home, I'm not cleaning toilets because that's her job.
Okay, let me give a little food for thought here, because this is something that I constantly hear, because my philosophy on like what I'm looking for has changed as I've gotten older and made more money.
That's fair.
Here's what I'm saying here. I remember being 26 when I started my financial career, and I'm driving up in Boca Raton, okay, 20 minutes north of here.
Very Jewish of you.
And I would very nicely, very what?
Very Jewish.
Very Jewish of me. I just started my job in financial sales, and I'm seeing it's on the golf course, and I'm seeing these housewife types, I assume, at 9 a.m. just walking across the golf, like walking around, and I'm like on my way to go make fucking cold calls for 10 hours a day.
Right.
And I'm thinking, these fucking lucky bitches, they just get to walk around in their yoga pants and okay, got that. And then as I realized, as I made more money and I became a millionaire and like I had money in the bank and I'm working on my career, I'm like, the last thing I want my woman doing is working her ass off. I want her exercising, being fit, friendly, feminine, being like a beautiful woman, AKA the women that were just walking around the country club and walking around the golf course. So my point to you is, at this point in my life, my girl, if I do get married and settle down and have a girl, the last thing she's doing is cleaning toilets. Okay, that's it for me. The last thing I want her doing is slaving over a hot stove. Now, keep in mind, she might be helping me with business, helping me with life, helping me with just raise kids, family, what have you. But you know who's going to be cleaning the toilets? The fucking maid.
Thank you.
So my point is, and shout out to my maids out there. You kill it. I pay you double what you get everyone else. So I guess my question to you is like, you're a successful guy. Why does it go on your girl to do that? Why not just hire the maid and have your girl doing more like important tasks?
I have a question
Hold
for
on,
you.
real quick.
Yeah,
An important task. Cleaning the house is a very important
Yeah,
task.
but not the toilet, brother.
Yes, it is, and it's not.
You can't
it's
be beyond
hold on.
cleaning your toilets.
The thing is, and nobody's. And my girl doesn't slave over a stove. She enjoys cooking. It's not about the servitude aspect. But when a woman does these things for you, it shows. And I can afford to hire.
I know you
afford to
can.
hire
That's
a
my.
maid.
That's if you were broke as fuck, I'd be like, hey, keep your wife fucking cleaning them toilets, dog. But I know you're a successful guy.
Right.
Hence why I introduced everyone here as high value men and high value women.
Sure.
Different definitions. But continue, please.
Listen, I require my woman to do it all. And she does SEO, she builds my websites and all that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather her focus on that.
She does. And now I pay her personal trainer $2,400 a month to come to the house and make sure she stays fit. She has time for all of this, and she can still meet me upstairs at the end of the day with plenty of energy to do what she needs to do.
Let me ask
That's
you
what I
this.
require.
What are the requirements you have of a woman in your life?
Fit, friendly, feminine, and faithful.
There it is, baby. There it is.
We all know this, MLD. Hello.
Don't line step. Don't Tim Pool me. Don't Tim Pool me.
Yeah.
I know you got to be Mr. Valuetainment, but for real, when you have a woman comes into your life, what are the standards that she has to uphold in order to stay with Adam Sosnick?
Well, here, let's go to the charts here. I'm gonna answer the question, but let's see what the supposed answer to that be, and I'm gonna circle back.
Your answer.
Relax, buddy. You're on my show. Hello. Let's pull up the sexual market value charts of what men need to bring to the table and what women need to bring to the table. Now, what I don't want is you fucking disagreeing on what the charts show. We're gonna stay what the charts are. If you have different allocation, that's fine, but don't be that guy.
Body count better be
or
up
that
there
girl.
for females.
So
Body count better.
Let's start with what a man's role is. You have those charts, and then we'll go with what a woman is. And by the way, I looked this over. The numbers might be a little bit different, but I actually fully agree with what this says. You want to pull it up?
Yeah, I pulled up the man.
Okay, so here's what the male sexual market value long term essentially shows. So these are how a woman, scroll it back out a little bit, Nat. This is how a woman judges a man, okay? So looks, 15%. Resources, 27%. That's the most. Game, 7%. Personality, 18%. Status, 23%. Age, 10%. Here's how I interpret this. And then we'll do the women, and then we'll open this up. So resources, 27. Status, 23. All right, so that's 50% right there.
Yeah.
That's money. Just keep it there.
Yeah.
That's money and basically your network and your network. So half of it for a man is resources and money. Got it. Check. We're all doing that. On the top portion, you got 25% looks and age. That kind of goes parallel as well. How good looking are you? How mature are you? How old are you? All that kind of stuff like that. And then below that, you have another 25%, which is essentially your personality, your game. Yeah. That's what encompasses a man's sexual market value. Okay. Now let's diversify and juxtapose for what a woman's sexual market value is, or how a man perceives a woman. So let's go with that. Okay.
Bingo.
So here we go. Can you scroll back out a little bit?
Yeah.
All right, I don't know why it doesn't say the SMV at the top, but here's the point. This is a woman's sexual market value. 80% looks.
Age has got to be bigger than 8%.
Now, 80, this again, we're not going to disagree over the little numbers here. This is what this says. 80% looks. So, Chris Rock has a joke where he says, like, when you meet a girl, your friends say, "Oh, what she look like, dog?
That's right.
What she look like,
Every
dog?
time.
Show me a picture." But when a woman is telling her friends about a guy, what do he do?
What does he do?
What does he do?
There you go.
Can he fulfill a dream or not? Keep that up. So 80% looks, and then you have 8% age, 1% status, 2% personality, 9% game, whatever that means for a woman, 0% resources. So meaning you don't really give a shit what your girl's got if she's hot. I tell this story all the time. When I was 30 years old, I was dating 2 girls. One was gorgeous and broke, and one was a fucking daughter of a billionaire and not that hot. Who do you think I chose?
Gorgeous and broke.
No, I took the billionaire's daughter, banged her out. No, I took the gorgeous broke girl because that's how guys operate. So you asked my question. I agree with this. There's a girl I'm seeing these days
Age
who
is
is
8%?
gorgeous. I don't give a shit what she does because she has a great personality. She's nice. She's sweet. She's feminine. But let's get real here. I think she's fucking beautiful.
Sure.
So that's the bottom line here.
You know what's interesting? You're 40?
Yeah.
Right.
Let's
so,
go with that.
42.
Yeah. Okay. Well, right. It's interesting the chart there, and I mean, you can add or subtract whatever,
Yeah.
give or take in either direction. When you have had success with beautiful women in your life, there comes, and we had this conversation in the ride on the way over here. There comes a point in time where you need more. There comes a point in time where you need more than just looks. Don't get me wrong.
100%.
Don't get me wrong. You absolutely
Yeah.
need to be sexually attractive to get your foot in the door. You could be feminine
Yes.
and friendly and cook and clean toilets, but if I'm not trying to
Yes.
bang, you're not getting
Beauty will get you in the club, but like your personality, your
you go.
effort, your ambition for a woman will keep you in the club.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what men need to understand, and a guy like you, yeah, looks 80%, and I don't have a problem with that at all. But a guy like me, I'll be 46 in August, and I've
Don't crack.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Janita out there, by the way. That's my girl.
Yeah.
But there comes a point in time where a guy like me, I need more than just looks, because I lived in Vegas for the better part of a decade. Dude, I banged every blonde, brunette, redhead, stripper, cocktail waitress you can find. Every once in a while, you'll find what appears to be a diamond in the rough,
Yeah.
meaning she's not a complete bitch. But at some point, you need a little bit more. And so I think that looks are very important, but for just a guy like me,
Yeah.
I need you to have agency. I need you to keep your femininity, number one, and I need you to have the desire to take care of me and represent me well. And I think what men also need to understand is that when you're looking for a long-term relationship potential, you're going to have to sacrifice a little bit in the way of looks. And I'll use an example. There's I used to sell cars, Dodge Stratus and Dodge Viper, right? Everybody wants to buy the Dodge Viper. The payment is high, but it turns heads. You're going to get the girls, right? But if you don't get the engine service, it's going to be a very short-lived opportunity with that Dodge Viper. So yes, the Dodge Viper is beautiful, but it takes a lot more maintenance, and it's not really fuel efficient. If the car breaks down, you're looking at least 4 figures to get it fixed. Whereas the Dodge Stratus, it looks good enough to not be made fun of, but it's reliable, gets good gas mileage, et cetera, et cetera. I think every man reaches a stage in life where looks are still important, but not as important. And that's the stage that I'm at right now.